So the Donald Trump campaign is playing up that there was an assassination attempt against Donald Trump. It was actually a 33-year-old guy named Austyn Crites who was beaten up at a Trump event for holding a sign that said Republicans against Trump. He said he was kicked, punched, and choked, fearing for his life when the crowd turned on him at a Trump rally in Reno, Nevada. There were panicked scenes at the Trump rally, apparently prompted by shouts from at least one person that someone has a gun. So it seems as though there was a shout that someone has a gun. Austyn Crites was there holding a sign that said something along the lines of Republicans against Trump. People start fleeing to the back of the auditorium. Secret Service gets all over Trump and rushes him off the stage. We have video. I'm sorry it's not great for people who are just listening on the radio stations and the podcast. It's just 20 seconds, then we'll continue with the story.
By the way, folks, while we're at it, great.
Yeah. And then a big kerfuffle there. So the U.S. Secret Service has since said there was no weapon found on the subject that was detained. He had been released. What The Guardian did find, however, is that the would-be assassin, and I use that term completely inaccurately, had been bruised up and looked completely shocked by the entire thing. He said that he, quote, was in survival mode and that he knew he could die at that moment, also saying that, quote, someone grabbed his testicles and had his neck in a chokehold. Donald Newton was also at the event. He was interviewed after. He said he had something on his belly. I don't know what it was. Somebody yelled gun and everyone jumped on him. Okay, so that's it, right? No big deal. It was just a mistake. This guy had a sign. Someone yelled gun. Except that the Trump campaign is using this as a supposed assassination attempt for publicity. Minutes after this happened, Trump's campaign social media director, Dan Scavino, posted the following tweet to his Twitter account where he said, Hillary ran away from rain today. Trump is back on stage minutes after assassination attempt. A guy with paper is an assassination attempt now. And then at his next event in Denver, the guy introducing Donald Trump, his name is Andre Mohana. He was giving the, obviously, invocation to kick off the Trump Denver event, referenced an attempt at murder. Take a listen to this. Insane.
You attack him every time, thinking he raises a speech of hate. Tonight, I think the hate a lot of media raised against him caused an attempt of murder against him in Nevada.
Yeah. Trump supporters, Pat, beat up a guy with a sign that says Republicans against Trump. The guy, paper. He's armed with paper, nothing else. And then the Trump campaign starts using terms like assassination attempt and an attempt at murder. This is the Trump fantasy land that they are all living in, isn't it?
And Donald Trump is one of the most unpopular presidential candidates of all time. So something like this could happen. I mean, look no further than Robert F. Kennedy when he was under an assassination attempt. But the fact that this was perpetrated by a Republican and there wasn't even a weapon there, I mean, that's just really ridiculous.
Well, you know, people have started to say, David, look into this guy, Austyn Crites. Is he really a Republican? Because he shows up somewhere in the Podesta emails. Well, that was debunked, but his name, I guess, might be mentioned in the WikiLeaks, in some WikiLeaks emails that have been released. It's not really clear. The point is, whether he's a secret Democrat or a Republican or connected to whoever, the guy was armed with nothing more than paper, and it is being promoted, used for PR by the Trump campaign as an assassination attempt. I don't see, Pat, how it's relevant whether or not this guy's name shows up on some list.
Right, and they're just trying to chalk up sympathy for his campaign because as it looks now, he has a very slim chance to win.
I hope you're right. Tomorrow, we're not doing it today because we would just do it over again tomorrow on Election Day. I've been looking so closely at all of the polling and data. Tomorrow, I will be presenting to you my electoral map prediction. We will be looking at state polls. We will be looking at all of the different analyses and predictors. I guess generally I still agree. Hillary Clinton is the one who is best positioned to win. The electoral map particularly makes that case for her better than the national polling, which has absolutely tightened. Donald Trump could win tomorrow, and we will be presenting all the data to you tomorrow. If you have any questions, concerns, ideas about this story or any others, discuss it with us on our Reddit discussion forum at davidpakman.com/Reddit. That is REDDIT.